Assignment is basically to uh, learn how to use the different aspects of Coursesites Live as a moderator to present material to your students. When you get onto Coursesites Live and it finally loads underneath your course, you are immediately given the moderator status. And you can see that by looking at your name listed and underneath it says moderator. As students come online, you'll see their names listed underneath yours. And what's important to note there's a series of icons that are just above your name next to the word main room. And what these icons do, if I push them, they allow the students in my class to have certain features that they can use. For example, they can write on the whiteboard if I want them to. Right now that's set to be done. They can have chat permission. They have chat permission right now. They can project a video if they want. Okay. They can use their microphone if they want. So this is where I can control what the students are able to do. Okay. There's also, I can turn on their ability to do application sharing, which allows them to push an icon, which allows me to see what's on their desktop if I want them to be able to do that. And also there is also web tour permission, which allows them to go on the internet through the site so we can see what they're seeing on the internet. So I can control that, turn that on and off. There are also 4 icons here that for the students to be able which they have access to, which basically they can send you a signal through the chat box to tell me to move faster. They're applauding the answer. They're disapproving what I'm saying. Tell me to move faster, slower. There's also an icon that they can push to tell me that they just walked out of the room. There's also a raise your hand icon, which if I shut off their microphones, if they raise their hand, I can individually control which student can use their microphone. How do you do that? Well, next to their student's name, there are a series of icons that I can push, which allows them to have that specific student to have that certain ability to do certain things on Coursesites Live. Right now, you'll notice all mine do not have X's in them because I'm allowed to do all the different things. The other key thing is when you're going to talk to your students, you push the talk button. When I push the talk button, everyone who's online will be able to hear me, and I can see that they can hear my voice. One thing, though, that's annoying on here is under the thing that says Tools, you want to set the microphone settings to not adjust up and down based on the tone of your voice. So you want to make sure that this icon right here is not clicked. This bullet is not clicked. If it is clicked, unclick it and then click Apply so that this microphone feature doesn't go up and down. You can project your video by pushing the video button, and everyone will see that. You could actually preview your video before you project it by pushing the preview video before transmitting button. You should also notice that you have different icons in these vertical positions. For example, this is basically allows you to point to the screen. This actually creates images on the screen if you want. This is the pen icon, which allows me to write on the screen. This is the text box icon, which allows me to create a text box on the screen that I can type in. This is basically for squares and shapes. This is to draw straight lines. This is an interesting button. It's called the Photoshop button, which allows me to take a picture from my desktop if I click OK, and I can move the picture onto the screen, and then I could delete it. Okay, and this button here allows me to place clip art on the screen, and that's how someone before was clicking images on the screen. Like I can make a graph on the screen if I want. Okay, they have pre-built-in graph paper that you can put right on the screen, and you could basically do all kinds of cool things, obviously, on the graph to show trends. On the top here, you can see that there is an icon to create a new page. If you click that, a clean new screen shows up. There's also the delete page. There's also, you can control the scaling of the paper. You could also scroll back and forth to other whiteboard shots up here. You can also go to a private web page that you can go to your work area and then, or to a private page, and then make that a public page and move that onto the screen. Then there's some three really neat icons up here. The first icon basically puts you on the whiteboard. The second one, if you push it, it will ask you if you want to put your desktop on the screen, and it can actually project your desktop. Now, just be careful, because when that happens, it's realizing that you're going to the desktop, so your antivirus might turn on and ask whether you could do an analysis of it, but it's perfectly okay. If you want to get back to the regular screen up here, you'll see that there's a button that you push that pushes stop, which would mean it'll stop projecting whatever's on my desktop. And then there's one that's called the web tour. You could actually put in a website, and it will actually go to the website and project whatever you get on that website. Then there's basically everything that we just said that you can actually access using the main bullets that are up here. You can make adjustments to different things, and there's a lot of things in here that I really still haven't gotten to. You could do all kinds of cool variations of the presentations using these things. I can put up a graphing calculator and control a graphing calculator that the students can. There's a lot of cool things that I still haven't even learned under tools. Okay, you can create a breakout room where students can go to on the side and allow them to go outside. You can view the breakout room and the chat room and so forth down here. So there's a lot of cool features that are only truly to learn is to play with. So for the next assignment for the 9th and the 23rd, you are to go to Coursesites Live and basically view all the features, develop a 3 to 5 minute presentation that you're going to project when you invite your students to attend your Coursesites Live session either on the 9th or the 23rd between 4 o'clock and 5:30. And obviously I'm one of your students that are going to attend, so we'll be able to sit back and view your little 3 to 5 minute presentation and interact with you.